92 here with my first pickups video. I decided my first one is going to start off with a bang. This weekend was the world's longest yard sale. If you don't know what that is, it goes from the top of Michigan all the way down through Florida. It goes on Route 127, and it's just a whole weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, of people having yard sales. And there are some people who go the whole weekend. They start up in Michigan or down in Florida and work their way up to spend 4 whole days just driving with the trailer and stuff, and it is awesome. My family, we do it every year. We do 2 days. We go Thursday, we go up north, and then we go up north for a day, and then on Saturday we go south because we always take a day off. We never go on Friday. Friday, if anybody's ever tried, yard sailing 3 days in a row is really hard. By the third day, you're just angry and you're just trying to rush through it and just get it done. So we always take a day off to relax so that we're ready and fresh for the next one. So yeah, I got a lot of really cool stuff, and I got some really great deals. And I'll tell you everything I get, what I paid for it, and the order. And there's a lot of good stores for it. So let's just get started. The first thing I picked up, I was at this little sale, older couple, they wouldn't have any games, but I asked anyway. You always ask. And they said, no, we don't have any games. Well, I went through the list, Nintendo, Atari. I started naming older stuff, thinking maybe they'll have like an old 7200 or 2600 or, something like that. No, they didn't have anything. But what they did have, I noticed, was a drawer set. Now, these plastic drawers are incredible for storing games and gaming items. I always pick them up if I can get them cheap. See, this one even has a little pouch in it. It's got 2 drawers. I got it for $1. This one's going on my desk. It's going to hold all my game screws and like my screwdrivers for taking off the back cartridges, things like that. For $1, couldn't pass it up. Over there. So yeah, so I went there. Then we went to 3 or 4 more sales. There's no games there. So we went up the road a bit, and we found this yard sale. I say that because it says yard sale, but when you pull up, nothing's in the yard. There's just a sign saying "Come on in," which is really creepy. Turned out to be like more of an estate sale. Everything in the house is for sale. There's a lady there with a change pouch and a big old bag, and you just buy whatever you want. I asked her if they had any games, anything like that, and she said no video games. This was like an older couple's house. It's like she pointed me to some CDs, and there was like a couple computer games there, but I'm like, they're not video games. I'm not buying 1,001 CD card games or stuff like that. So I'm in the little kids' room, and they had a bin full of toys. I collect toys as well. I collect older stuff. Not older stuff. I collect stuff from my childhood, which is like the 90s, early 90s. So I found this, a little tiny Mario mushroom. And I figured, where there's a mushroom, there's a Mario. So I went digging through the barrel, and I found Mario. Look at that. Pretty cool. What you looking at? So I found Mario, but I didn't find all of them. His arm was missing. This arm was gone. So I'm like, where's his arm? So I asked her, I'm like, do you have the arm for him? And she's like, oh, it's probably in the barrel somewhere. And this is a big old barrel. So I start digging, and I'm digging and digging and digging. And I can't find any other gaming items in there either. And finally, at the very bottom, I see a little white glove sticking out. Like, oh, help me. So I pull it out, and I found it. I'm like, sweet. So I'm like, all right, how much for the broken Mario and the mushroom? She goes, well, if you buy, I'm not going to charge for the mushroom. Things like, too tiny for me to charge for anything. I feel bad taking a penny for it. So for this, I paid $0.25, which is pretty cool. It's going to go right up on my shelf with my other Nintendo stuff. And of course, the little mushroom's going right next to it. So I'm like, all right, that's a pretty good start for today. Then came a 3-hour drought. I mean, I found nothing. No video games. It wasn't even like poorly priced. There was nothing. Then I found a PS2. There's a PS2, and it had the iToy and some SingStar stuff and like all these attachments for it. And it came with Crazy Taxi, 2 controllers, and American Idol. And I'm like, oh well, how much do you want for your PS2? And the first thing they said was, we're wanting 55 for it. And I was like, oh no no no. And I just started to walk away, and they went, wait. Would you do 30 for it? And I'm like, honestly, no. I'm like, would you part out the games or pieces? And they're like, no, we gotta sell it as a set because I'm looking for an iToy. I know they're cheap, but I don't want to buy it online. I just happened to see it. I want to pick it up, but they wouldn't sell it to me, so I passed on that. And it was about 45 minutes. So yeah, 3 hours, 3.5 hours, and we get to like this community sale. Well, I guess that's the word for it. It was like this parking lot, and like everybody from the neighborhood met in this parking lot and set up. And there's like a little indoor flea market there too. And if it wasn't for this, this would have been a terrible day garage sailing. So first thing I do, I walk up and I make the biggest rookie mistake. When anybody who like yard sales will know, when you're out yard sailing and you've been doing it for hours and hours and you haven't found anything, you finally found game stuff, you probably have made this mistake too. You pay too much. You pay just to get a game. And I found Turok on Xbox 360. Let's see if I can get a good pick of that. Yeah. Complete. Asked the guy what he wanted. He said, I'm asking $5 every 360 game. He had a stack, and they were all crap games. Turok's the only real good one among them. Madden, NCAA hockey, not hockey, NCAA space hockey. And there's no NCAA hockey. Anyway, so I paid $5 for this, which I regret. I probably could have gone down to 3 for it, but I was so desperate to get a game. I was just like, finally found something. So I picked up that, and I asked him, do you have any more? And he goes, well, yeah, actually, I've got original Xbox right around the corner. So I went around the corner. He had the Xbox there for 30? Yeah, something like that, 25, $30. Not a bad price, but I've got 3, you can't really see them, on the shelf behind me. I've got 3 Xbox stacked up. I'm still trying to get rid of. I'm not trying to buy any more consoles. But he had Xbox games complete. And he was charging $4 a piece for them. I got him down to 3. So not my best negotiating, but still $3 a piece for complete Xbox games, not bad. I got Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. Great game. The Lord of the Rings games were really well done, especially Two Towers and Return of the King. Complete in the box. It's got some stickers from GameStop on it, but I can get that off with some Goo Gone. I got Mech Assault. Really awesome game. One of the first ones I've ever played on Xbox. It has stickers all over it from E3, which is like a form of GameStop. It's got like 4 or 5 stickers on it, but I can get them off pretty easily, and it is complete too. And then finally, I picked up Mortal Kombat Armageddon, one of my favorite games. I love fighting games. I love them. Pick them up all the time. This is the first Mortal Kombat game I ever owned as a kid. I mean, oh yeah, it's mature. My parents bought me a mature rated game. Ooh. But, I'm going to try not to be a serial killer. Anyway, real great game. Armageddon's really fun. It's complete as well. I paid $3 a piece for that. So I got, for $10, 3 games, basically. Real great deal. I was walking through this old grandma. She didn't look like she'd have anything I want. She had a little stack of VHS tapes, and I always check VHS tapes. I have a small collection of them too. Always look for like the older videos they haven't converted to DVD yet, or like just old childhood videos. And I found this. This is really cool. This is the making of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Not any of the newer ones. The first 2, Secret of the Ooze, and the first one. Really awesome. You get to actually go back and they show you how the puppets work and how the people fit in them and everything. It's real cool. Bought it for 50 cents. Still haven't watched it though. I need to do that. Then I went on this little inside area they had there, and I saw they had PS2 controllers. And I asked the guy, I'm like, how much for your PS2 controllers? And he goes, I'm asking $5 a pop. I'm like, they're not worth $5, dude. I'm not paying $5 for the one. He goes, well, that's how much they are. I'm like, would you take 2 for this one? And I pointed at the one I picked up, and he's like, yeah, I'll take 2. So reluctantly, I'm like, dude, it's a yard sale, I'm not paying $5 for a PS2 controller. So I picked up a clear blue PS2 controller. Stick's still good, buttons pressed, everything's tight for $2. I'm like, that's pretty cool. And now we're starting to pick up. So I go to this young, I'd say young woman. She's looks like she's in her 30s with her little girl, and they've got old games and stuff there. And most of the games are scratched to high hell. It looks like the kid got a hold of them. And I'm going through them, and sorry, 1 second to grab it. I saw this 007 Nightfire for the GameCube. It's complete. I checked the disc. It wasn't in it. And I'm like, well, where's the disc? And she's like, oh, it's probably over there. She points to a CD casing, and I start flipping through, and it's all a bunch of PC games. I'm like, I don't see it. And then right towards the back, there it is. And I'm like, oh, God, please let this be in good shape. And it was. The disc is immaculate. So I got it complete on the GameCube for $1. And I asked if she had any other video game stuff. She sports to me this box. In this box is a ton of boxes and manuals for random electronics. So I started looking through for video game ones. And the first one I found, Game Boy Advance box for Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's see if I can get in there. World Championship 2004. There's a slight damage on the back. And this is with the manual and everything. And I said, how much for this? And she said, she wanted, I just paid what she wanted. She wanted 50 cents. I'm like, 50 cents for a box. I'll pay for the box. I think I have this game. I have to check. And if I do, that's awesome. Then I went digging more, and I found this. This is really awesome. Really good shape. Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories box. Only little damage is right here at the lip. The rest of the box is in great shape. It's got the manuals. It's got the inserts. It's got the little cardboard piece. It's got everything. It is complete. All I need to do is find a copy of Chain of Memories now, and I'll have it complete. So 50 cents for that. I'm like, all right. Today's really starting to turn out. So at the table next to her is like a bunch of little kid stuff and like 1 or 2 random Wii games. And I'm like, well, how much do you want for your Wii games? And they're going $5 a piece. No, I'm not paying $5 for Tom Clancy's Big Game Hunter or something like that. The Wii. Oh, what's the word for them? Shovel games? Yeah, I think shovel games is the right word. They're just, oh, I can play with the Wiimote and do this. They're not like real games. So I noticed they had this Skylanders. This is the first one, Spyro's Adventure. Now, when Skylanders first came out, it was like $70 for the starter set. And I'm like, no, this is a novelty piece. I'm not paying $70 for it. I thought it was cool, though. So I saw this, and I'm like, do you have the portal for it or anything else, or is this just a game? She goes, yeah, I've got the portal right here. She hands me the portal, and I'm like, well, how much is it? And she goes, we're asking $10 for the game, $2 for the portal. And I'm like, well, they're useless without each other. I'm like, would you do $5 for the set? And she goes, well, I'm like, I can't, unless I have the game, I can't use this. And just to buy the game is pointless. And she goes, okay, I'll do $5 for the set. So I bought these for $5. And I asked her if she had any figures. She says no, her son still uses them. Apparently they bought like the Skylanders Giant Swap Force or one of those for him, and it came with the portal as well, so they don't need the portal and he has to play this, but he uses the figures still. So I still got to pick up some figures, but I always thought the idea was really cool. But I'm not paying $70 for it. It's a novelty piece. It's something to go, oh, look at that. It's not really something to use. So far, so good. Doing awesome on my games. And then my dad calls me over. He goes, hey, over here. They have games. They have big old box full of them. So I'm like, wow, really? So I head over. Oh, 1 sec. I'm just gonna pause this.